box, she held it close to her face and, closing her eyes, breathed in. Oh my word, it smells heavenly. Now that was what he called success. From the look on her face, he'd hit a home run. Taste it. Eyes open now and bright with anticipation, she broke off a piece, put the bite in her mouth, and hummed softly as she chewed. "I take it you like my latest creation?" he asked, laughing. Like it? Heck no, I love it! She broke off another piece and stopped just before shoving the morsel in her mouth. Not only do I love it, I think this fritter is the best pastry you've ever made. That was high praise from a girl who professed to love anything he conjured up in the pastry department. I'm glad you like it. Love it, she corrected him emphatically. While she practically inhaled the rest of the fritter, he grabbed the shipping box she'd been unpacking and finished the job for her, placing the snow globes with the others on top of the display case. I wish my publisher were as enthusiastic as you are. They seem interested in another cookbook, but not necessarily another Christmas book. To quote my editor, Rachel Barrett, it's overdone. They're looking for something more outside of the box that will appeal to a larger audience than the typical holiday cooking crowd. Faith licked her fingers. Well, I think they'd be crazy not to publish a cookbook with this fritter on the cover. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just have to convince Rachel I can give her a cookbook that Christmas lovers will buy. He set aside the empty box and leaned against the counter, watching as Faith arranged the globes on the glass shelves to her satisfaction. He picked up the nearest one, a Christmas tree with a bright silver star on top. A couple dressed in old-fashioned clothes, holding hands, skated in front of the tree. He shook the globe until miniature snowflakes floated around the tree and skaters. Faith looked up and grinned at him. Maybe what you need is to give her a marketing proposal she can't turn down. He returned the globe to its place on the glass counter. What are you thinking? Look, you've been talking about doing a cooking tutorial for YouTube for a while. I'm no business guru, but what if you propose a series of videos featuring different Christmas pastries to go along with your pitch for the cookbook? She parked her hands on her hips. You can teach viewers how to make a different sweet treat each week, and at the same time build followers. I'd definitely watch those videos. His mind started percolating. A YouTube series, even one video, would be quite an undertaking for a guy who was handier in the kitchen than he was on a computer. He could use a cell phone and Google if that was the only option he had. If he was hearing Faith correctly, he'd have to learn how to do a full-blown marketing pitch that would appeal to more than a half a dozen viewers. Then he'd have to upload it to YouTube. Given enough time to research the process, it was probably doable. It took him a minute to clue into what else she said. What do you mean you're not a business guru? Grandma told me your granddad says you've practically turned this place around since you took over. Faith stood back to survey the display. See, that's what was really cool about living in New York City. Outside of my close circle of friends, no one knew my business. It's true. Everyone knows what's going on here. But you have to admit, Angel Point is a great little town. She laughed. It was a nice sound, one he'd come to look forward to. I can't fight you on that. Where do you want this? He picked up the empty box after stuffing the packing material inside. In the storeroom with the other boxes. When he came back, he found Faith dusting shelves. When are you going to decorate for the holidays? Sometime this week. She continued cleaning the nearest aisle. You don't sound excited. She started on the next row. I guess I'm not. How come? Good things